Hi, Facebook friends. So I am so honored to be here with you today. I literally just got the divine download message today that something that I've been working on for the last few months here that a few select people have been privy to. I just got the message today that said, it's time. Hey, Chelsea, good to see you. It's time for you to come here and to share and to share what's going on. And Dana, good to see you. Jamie, good to see you. And everybody who's tuning in right now, I just want you to know that you are some powerful, powerful lights in the world, because I have been feeling into you energetically for the last 24 hours when I got this message. And I connected with everybody and I said, okay, let's meet here. We're going to meet here and we're going to do this and we're going to have a conversation and let's turn this stuff on. Yay, Dana, so glad that you're here. Yay, yay, yay. Chris, good to see you. Oh, good. This is awesome. Yeah, so every single person who's tuning in right now, just know that you are responding to a deep call that is happening so deeply inside of you. And I want to honor that so much. And this is not for people who are like, oh, love and light. Yeah, let's just spread love and light. I really get that if you're tuning in right now, that you get that being light in the world means that you are accessing the full capacity, your full capacity, that you have gone to the greatest depths, that you are anchored into the truth of who you are, and that you are ready to shine so boldly and brightly because you know that the world is ready for a higher frequency, and you are here to anchor it by simply who you are being. And that is what this conversation is about here today. So if that is something, hey, Yusun, good to see you. If that is something that you are a heck yeah for, then just stay tuned, because you know, it's so fascinating. As many of you know, I've been working with folks for almost a decade around getting free from addictions, obsessions, self-sabotaging patterns, all that good stuff. Many of you know me as an adornment alchemist and a jewelry designer as well. But you know, when I was speaking with people so much and they were saying, I was like, what do you want? Like, I want freedom from this. I want freedom from addiction. I want freedom from the obsession. I want freedom from the self-sabotage. And people were really clear on what they wanted freedom from. But when I said, well, gosh, what are we moving towards? What is that? What is next for us? What is that evolution? And this inquiry started for me last year at the beginning of the year. And what emerged was this new archetype of the luminary. And the luminary became this muse to me from all of last year. And what I started to download and what I started to integrate was this next evolution of really, what are we being called to? What are we as light beings in the world being called to? What are we being called to as healers? Hey, Pat. Hey, Ian. Good to see everybody. And this is truly what it is. And so what I want to share with you today is this transmission of what the luminary holds and embodies. Because let's get really clear about something, is that we are moving into a place of deep embodiment. We're moving out of the conception of spirituality. We're moving out of spiritual belief. We're moving out of spiritual knowledge. And we are moving into deep embodied experience, to actually being that very channel, to being the very vibration that is being called forth right now. And so this is all about who we are being. Hey, Nathan. Dana. Yes. So glad. Thank you so much. And so I want to share with you what's come through here. And I know you're already feeling it. If you're tuning in right now, you're already feeling the vibration. I can feel you. So we're in this together right now. I know that I'm not alone. And I know that I am being surrounded. I'm among, you know, some incredible, powerful lights, because I can feel all of you right now. So let's talk about what the luminary is. And this morning, what came through was an acronym for luminary. So I'll just go through those terms. The luminary is living their light. Living their light. We're not just talking about shining light or being light, or like, we are actually embodying that We are embodying that with every breath that we take. And that doesn't mean that we're always sunshine and butterflies, right? That means that we are living fully in life. Living your light means living fully, living full out. We are, hi Lisa and Marcella, good to see you too. We are unapologetic. So the luminary is unapologetic in who they are being in the world. We're not just being authentic, we are being unapologetic in the world. And part of being unapologetic is being willing to sometimes be standing alone, to be forging something that might be new, to be a pioneer, to be out there, and that's okay. That's okay. And sometimes we need to do that, and that's absolutely okay. And so being unapologetic, and not in an obnoxious way, but in a deeply, deeply congruent way with yourself, is so, so powerful. M is for modern mystic. So this is such a powerful one, because I know that if you are tuning into this, that you somewhere deep inside, hopefully not so deep inside that you're not aware of it, you are on a sacred mission here. You know that you're on a sacred mission, and you are bringing together this sacred mission, this ancient wisdom, this depth that's bubbling up from inside of you. And you're doing that within the context of modern everyday life. You have family commitments, you have work commitments, you're moving through life, but you know that you are walking through as a mystic. Just if you relate to that, just write mystic in the comments here, because I want to know if you are just tuning in and tapping into this frequency that we're talking about right now. You are, I is for inspired by God, spirit, source, but I'm just going to use the word God, because I am not going to apologize for using that word, so I won't manage your experience around that word, but that you are inspired by God, that you are allowing yourself to be a channel of divine inspiration, that you are listening to in each moment how you can serve that, and that you are tapping your intuition into that divinity. So I is for inspiration. Heck yeah, I got it, girl. Eloy, good to see you. N is for naturally radiant, that you walk into a room and you light it up, that you don't need to do or be anything, or you can put on the fancy clothes if you want, you can put on the makeup if you want, whether you're a boy or a girl, I don't really care, but you don't have to, because you walk in and you illuminate. And you are that. You are naturally radiant. It just comes through you. It comes from you. And I want to emphasize the word natural, because there is a naturalness about you. As the luminary, you're walking through, you are a leader, but you are absolutely natural in how you are in the world. Yes, can I get a heck yeah on that? A is authentically all of you, all of your parts, even the parts of you that don't like parts of you, that you embrace, that you hold all of it, you bring all of it, and you live courageously in all of that. So courageous, to me, is when you feel the fear and you do it anyways. People are always talking about wanting confidence, but I'm like, the courageous is just like, do you have the courage, the strength, the willingness to get out of your own way, to put yourself out there, even if it makes you look bad, even if nobody tunes in, even if you feel like no one gets you, but you just know so deep in your core that this is what you need to share. That is part of that authentically all of you. Say what you need to say, voice it from the very depths of who you are. This is who you are here to be, and the world is ready for you right now. Aw, thank you so much, Eloy. I appreciate that. R is for range. So we spoke about this a little bit before, but range, when I think about range and I think about truly, truly being a luminary, truly being a light in the world, it's because you are so familiar with the shadow. You are so familiar with the depths. You have excavated deep into those dark parts within yourself, and you have integrated that, and you are holding that, and you are grounded in that, and you love that just as much as you love your light, and that allows you with that depth to be able to hold such powerful light that you can exist along the whole range of that. That is the power. That is the absolute power of the luminary. You know, it's interesting because I see the luminary as an evolution of the alchemist, and not that any archetype is ever an evolution of another archetype, because they're all beautiful and perfect energies in and of themselves. But oftentimes my association with alchemy is the burning off of what is heavy, or the moving from matter to spirit, or the burning off of the dense darkness so that we can emerge into the gold, into the light, into the ethers. And with the luminary, what I see is a distinction is that it's the embodiment of all of it. It's saying, yes, I can expand and extend into the full lightness of who I am as a spiritual being, and I am so deeply connected into the human experience, into my humanity, into my body, into the base, gross messiness of life, that we can hold all of that. Absolutely. Preach it, right? Preach it. It's so important. And then Y is for yielding, so that we realize that our power, our strength, our power, our courage, it all comes from this absolute willingness to surrender to life itself, moment by moment, as it unfolds within us, that we are listening, that we are available, that we are not sitting in what we think we know, or looking back at the world and saying, this is what you all need, but that we are moment by moment interacting with, breathing life in, and responding in each moment to what life is asking of us. So there's a humility and a surrender as we serve. And this is so deeply the path of the luminary, that we're not standing apart from, we are not looking at others saying, oh, well, everybody in the world is this and you need this, but we're saying, no, I am in it. I am so deeply connected. I am intimately interwoven with all of this, and I'm not taking it personally, so that I can show up fully. I can be in this full container, and I can share all of me with all of you. That is the path of the luminary. So if you relate, if you resonate, if you are vibrating at a higher frequency just from being on this video and listening to this transmission, please put luminary in the comments, and can I get a heck yeah on all of that? Because the time is here. We are doing it. Kat, Reggie, good to see you. Elise, so good to see you. This is the time, people, and we are ready, and the world is ready for us, and it's time for us to take that step into the fullness of who we are. And so I want to hear from you right now. What are you being called to do? What is in your heart? What wants to explode? How are you being called to share light in the world? Would love to hear that too. Please feel free to put some comments in the notes. I know from the depths of my heart that this message is sending a signal to all of the lights in the world. And for the last year, I have been calling in and stating that I am creating a global constellation of luminaries who are lit up, who are living free, and who are lighting up others. And I so fully trust that the people who are nodes in that constellation will hear this, will hear that call, whether they listen to this directly or whether they hear it from my heart or they hear it in the ethers. They will hear that, they will tune in, and they will come and they will say, I'm ready, just what are we doing? Let's go. And so if you're already feeling that, just know that what is forming right now, I am creating a luminary collective. And this is this constellation. It is one constellation, like I said, of luminaries who are lit up, who are living free, and who are lighting up others. And this is for you if, okay? This is for you if you know that you are a secret, sacred service leader. You are a sacred service leader. You are here on a divine mission, and you know that with the depths of your soul. You know that. Sacred activism. Yes, Eloy, I love that. Dana, I'm a healer, a soul guide using many different modalities. Yes, paint, write, podcast, everything. Beautiful. I love it. Yes. So you are a secret service leader, sacred secret service leader. You are here to fully light up so you can illuminate the path for others. You are here to fully light up so you can illuminate the path for others. Yes, you know who you work for. You know who you work for, and you want to be the most congruent, healthiest, potent vessel for the divine to work through. Congruent in body, mind, and spirit, healthy, vital, available, listening. You are ready for that. You know that you are that. You are committed to raising your vibration so that you can raise the frequency around you simply by who you are being. This is what we're talking about. This is this path of the luminary. This is what's being created in this luminary collective. And you want to be held in a collective field of grace so that your tank can be filled and your business supported without you having to think about it. You are ready to be all of you, to clean up whatever is blocking you from being the purest channel and to embody the very light that you are here to spread in the world. Can I get a heck yeah on that? I love that. Pat, yes, your best authentic self. Beautiful. I absolutely love that. So people, here is the thing. Welcome to the path of the luminary. The time is now. The time is here. I have so much trust that this message that it's coming through today, that I woke up and it was like, today is the day. And I love it. It's like just on the other side of Mercury retrograde. And it's like, boom, here we go. It's ready. The world is ready. The world is ready for you. The world is ready for this. And you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. And my vision is to create this collective so that we can collectively hold the vibration, raise the frequency, and be those nodes for each other so that we are holding the field of grace as you are out in the world, doing your sacred mission, doing the work that you're here to do, living as that modern mystic, going about your life in all the brilliant ways that you're already doing that, and that you get to be that very, very light that is so needed, that is being called forth in this world. Yes, embodiment of soul. Oh yeah, loving all of this. Jennifer, so good to see you. So I would just, I would love to hear any comments. And again, if you feel the vibration of the path of the luminary, please put luminary in the comments here. I really want to hear from you. And I want to know what is inspiring you about this conversation. What's inspiring you about shining your light? What's inspiring you? What is calling you forth? And how do you want to be that light in the world? Full activation, full overflowing. I hope that you're feeling the frequency of this because my skin is buzzing. I'm like sweating. I feel like there's so much energy that's coming through right now, and we are all swimming in it together. We all collectively creating it and holding it. And this is so what I'm excited about creating, you know, where the time is to weave the sacred into all of these parts and pieces of our lives, and to not just have this section of our lives that we are weaving in spiritual practice, but that we are moving forth in the world as these sacred activists, as these light beings who are carrying that frequency and bringing that into everything that we do. Yes, Tank, so, oh, she's like, thank you. Thank you. I love that so much. Yes, so amazing. So thank you so much for tuning in to this vibration, for tuning into this frequency, because if you're listening to this, then you are already tuned in. And here's the thing too, is that there's so many people who aren't yet clear on what their sacred mission is. They're not yet clear on what their business is. They're not yet clear on that, and yet they know from a deep, deep place inside that they're here to shine their light, to be all of themselves, they know they're here for something bigger. And so you also belong in this conversation. You don't have to know and have it figured out. In fact, I mean, it's actually better when you don't, because then you're showing up and you're just being that congruent channel and listening for what wants to come forth in each moment. So don't think that any part of this means that you have to already have it figured out. In fact, coming with your questions, coming with your openness, coming with your willingness to uncover and to discover the true potency that lies inside of you, that is what this is about too. So I just want to include everybody in this conversation. And I welcome you. If you feel like you are connected to this, if you want to hear more about what the Luminary Collective is, if that is stimulating something deep inside of you, and you're like, I want to be held in that collective field of grace, I want that kind of connection, I know that I'm here to do these powerful things in the world, and I'm committed to being the most congruent channel in order to be able to do that, then you can private message me, you can put Luminary in the contacts, you can just say, I want to connect with you, Deb, whatever is true for you, and let's talk, because the time is now. The time is now. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to tune out right now, but I know this frequency is going to carry through all of us for a while. So sending you so much love. Bye-bye. Mwah.